second.
That's why we calmed it down.
Whoa.
Set?
Ready.
All right. Welcome to the February 17th meeting of Troy City Council. We ask that your cell phones be silenced for the duration of the meeting. And tonight's invocation is led by Mr. Bobby Phillips, and then we'll have the pledge. Please stand.
Please bow your heads. Our Heavenly Father, please continue to wrap your arms around our world. We ask that you continue to heal the sick, give comfort to the infirm, and guide your followers to spread your word. We ask that you watch over all of the women and men who sacrifice time away from their families in order to protect and serve for the betterment of our society. We ask that those less fortunate find comfort and come to improve their situation in some manner through the generosity of others. Lay a calming hand over all our deliberations in order for reason and common sense to prevail. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mrs. Knight, could you please call the roll?
Mr. Schilling.
Present.
Mr. Twist.
Here.
Mrs. Westfall.
Here.
Mr. Sievert.
Here.
Ms. Hickman.
Here.
Mrs. Sneed.
Here.
Mr. Phillips.
Here.
Mrs. Marshall.
Here.
Mr. Whitten.
Here.
All members are present.
Thank you. Tonight we have some new firefighters and the EMTs, and Mr. Assistant Chief Dexter and the Mayor are going to introduce them and welcome them aboard. Correct?
Yes.
Firefighters?
Yes, firefighters. Carter and Zachary.
So I'm going to introduce you guys. Turn and you can face the audience. So I met Carter the other night at Cracker Barrel down in Vandalia, so I feel like I know him a little bit. He and Kristen and his family and baby Jackson. Carter's a certified firefighter 2 paramedic. Am I saying that right? Yes, ma'am. Formerly employed by Vandalia Fire Department and resides in Butler Township with his wife Kristen and their newborn Jackson. Jackson hasn't had a hair. Just saying. He is also a state certified fire and EMS instructor teaching through Clark State Community College. He obtained his initial certifications through Sinclair. He is an active member with Ohio Task Force 1 team as a logistics and ground specialist. Happy to be swearing you in. Drew, I have not met you yet, but we seem to have a familiar face in the audience, one of our retired firefighters. Eric Kreitz is your uncle?
Great uncle.
Great uncle. He is great.
We use that term loosely.
I'm not team older.
Use that anyhow. I also know you just got a new mattress. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? And 6 chickens?
Yep.
Yeah. So my assistant Abby is your neighbor.
Okay.
So I don't know any of this any other reason, so I told her I was going to have some fun with it. Drew Sherman is a certified firefighter 2 paramedic, formerly employed by the Greenville Fire Department and works part-time with Greenville. He resides in Rushi, next door to Abby, with his wife McKenna. They were married in 2025 and are expecting their first child later this year. Where's McKenna? Hi, McKenna. How are you? He's also an entrepreneur operating Sherman Lawn Care Services. He obtained his initial certifications through Sinclair Community College, along with a fire inspector certification. Happy to be swearing you in tonight. Zachary Kendall, another, I didn't realize that I kind of knew all these guys. Zachary's mom is Carrie Kendall, who's very familiar in the Troy area. She owns Wigging Out, which has made such a hit in the Troy area. Zachary Kendall's a certified firefighter too, and EMT technician residing in Covington, where he lives with his son Easton. I also met Ivy, his girlfriend, tonight. He holds a bachelor's degree from Bowling Green University, as well as a master's degree in education from the University of Rio Grande. He most recently worked for Premier Health, where he continued to develop his professional skills while pursuing a career in the fire service. He earned his Firefighter II certification through Sinclair and his EMT certification through Edison State. Zachary, congratulations. Welcome to the city of Troy. All right, we're going to swear you in. Now, when I'm going to read this, you guys repeat after me and then say your own name. Don't say anybody else's name. Say your own.
Your own name.
And we'll try to make it so it's not too... Do you think doing that rather than individually? Yeah. Okay. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, George Kendall,
Do solemnly swear that I will support
do solemnly swear that I will support
and defend the Constitution of the United States of America
and defend the Constitution of the United States of America
and the state of Ohio against all enemies,
and the state of Ohio against all enemies,
both foreign and domestic,
both foreign and domestic,
and I will faithfully and impartially
and I faithfully and impartially
discharge my duties as firefighter
discharge my duties as firefighter
of the city of Troy under the appointment as firefighter of the city of Troy
as firefighter of the city of Troy
under the appointment to the department
under the appointment to the department
according to the laws of the state of Ohio,
according to the laws of the state of Ohio,
to the best of my skills and abilities,
to the best of my skills and abilities.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
So I just want to take a moment to say thank you for the on-duty crew, the off-duty guys, the family, the friends, everybody that came out to support them. I'm glad to have all of them. I look for a long, fruitful career for them. I ask that we all pray for the safety of all our first responders. It's kind of a forgotten job sometimes of what these guys have to go through and what they have to endure. So from me, from the department, we wish you congratulations. We wish you well, and I'd like to present you with your helmets.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Drew, congratulations. And Carter, thank you, sir. Congratulations. Now here's your photo op with the mayor. So.
Why don't we go back here, buddy? You can
Back up.
to, I forgot to say, Chief
Chief Simmons.
Simmons, goodness, he got called to Edison State tonight because his dad is being honored. His father was the first Edison graduate. He was a class of one when they first started, and they are having a special ceremony honoring him tonight. So Chief Simmons gives his apologies for not being here, but we're awfully happy to welcome you guys. Come on back here, we'll take a picture. Stay right here.
Lauren's the pro at this.
Take a
not
trip,
me.
that's pretty good.
No
Take
pressure.
a few so she has options. There you go.
Thank you guys, congratulations.
Good job, guys.
And families, you're free now to leave if you'd like to. We're going to move on with our meeting.
Yeah, they're not. It's a disruption. They need to stay.
How's Bill tonight?
Remember when my brother
I mean, entertaining. It wasn't the spring next to the bar. It was like a bar.
Gotta worry about
Make
sure it works, and I might be there. It was like 6:46.
See Steve in the back. Put a screw on. That could be a lot worse.
No, that's right.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, screw the piece
I had to replace the. Did he make this like the drive unit up there?
Mine is short open there.
Instead of just having like
Should be year round here. There's gonna be a lot of cheer.
Have you ever seen some here?
I was like, Ryan called me the other day because he goes,
It was it's not a hard fix. So you can get on YouTube and figure out anything. Would you please, because we could actually one of the people who's supported.
She sat right in her spot.
Which one?
The top.
She said he was on.
Oh, you're good, thank you.
Oh, that's not the right paper, Mayor.
They got misplaced.
are we ready? Sure.
That goes in.
Second on the agenda is some more awards or recognition to our quarterly Rumpke recyclers.
Kim, come on up. Gotta leave those open. Will you open them? It's a public meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Our
this
grant
is
goes
Miss
nuts.
Kim Hoover, and she is our recycling award winner. You must have just got back from Florida, so you could be here at this meeting?
Yes.
You didn't come back just for this, did you?
No, it was scheduled.
Okay, all right. So in answer to some of the questions that Rumpke asked you, why is it important to recycle only acceptable items? It wastes time and money to sort and remove items that are not recyclable. It increases trash at the recycling center. Also, some items that people put in their recycling can be a danger to the sorters. Good answer. How has recycling impacted your everyday life? We recycle as many items as possible, and this has reduced the amount of trash we have. 3 common things that you believe to be recyclable, but actually are not. That's a funny way of wording it. Styrofoam, plastic bags, light bulbs, broken glass. And you also have a couple of great kids that help you. Yeah, so they're not here tonight, but we need to give you a couple of bags. There's one for each of them. And then for you, there's a gift card in there for Rumpke. So thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
All right, as the mayor gets seated, Mrs. Knight, could you please read the summary of the minutes of the February 2nd meeting, please?
Minutes of Council, February 2, 2026. Committee reports. Community and Economic Development Committee recommended that legislation be prepared authorizing a grant acceptance documents related to the abandoned gas station cleanup grant at 206 South Market Street. Personnel Committee recommended legislation be prepared to provide some amendments to the seasonal salary ordinance related to the Troy Aquatic Park positions. Recreation and Parks Committee recommended that legislation be prepared authorizing the director to bid and contract for the Troy Aquatic Park maintenance project at a cost not to exceed $1.7 million. Resolution number R4, 2026, accepting the abandoned gas station cleanup grant and authorizing execution of agreements and documents related thereto was given first reading and was adopted. Resolution number R5, 2026, contract for the Troy Aquatic Park Maintenance Project, first reading and adopted. Resolution number R6, 2026, agreement with Public Defenders Commission for 2026, first reading and adopted. Ordinance number 04, 2026, establishing new wage scale for certain employees, being the temporary employees at the Troy Aquatic Park, first reading and adopted. Following various comments, council adjourned at 7:30 p.m.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second. Motion to approve by Mr. Whidden, seconded by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling.
Yes.
Those minutes are approved.
Thank you. Could you also read the summary of the special meeting on February 9th, please?
Minutes of council, February 9, 2026, for a special meeting. The notice of an acknowledgement of notice of special meeting was read and then signed by all present. Committee reports, Community and Economic Development Committee recommended, provided an oral report recommending that legislation be prepared and adopted, authorizing a performance contract for a concert on June 6, 2026 at the Troy Memorial Stadium, not to exceed $100,000. Law and Ordinance Committee provided reading of a notice of a transfer of liquor license, resolution number R7, 2026, execute performance contract for concert held June 6, 2026 to celebrate America 250 and the 50th Troy Strawberry Festival, was given first reading and was adopted. There being no business further, council adjourned at 7:20 p.m.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Whidden, second by Ms. Hickman. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling.
Yes.
Those minutes are approved.
Moving on to committee reports. We'll start tonight with Buildings and Utilities. Mr. Phillips.
Give me just a second.
Sorry.
That's quite all right.
We'll come up.
And then if you don't mind, we'll just follow up with your streets and sidewalks.
Gotcha. Got to get through all the other ones first. Our first committee report is regarding a professional services agreement with Strand Associates for the design of West Market Street reconstruction project phases 1 and 2. The committee members Marshall and Phillips met February 9 regarding authorizing a professional services agreement for the design of the West Market Street reconstruction project phases 1 and 2. The project area is between Kenton Way and 2423 West Market Street. It is anticipated that design would be completed in the fall of 2026, with the construction during the spring of 2027. It is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to enter into a professional services agreement with Strand Associates Incorporated of Cincinnati, Ohio, to design the West Market Street reconstruction project Phase 1 and Phase 2 at a total cost not to exceed $300,000. This is respectfully submitted by Mr. Schilling, Mrs. Marshall, and myself as chair.
Thank you. Any questions? If you don't mind, do you have the streets and sidewalks as well?
I have the paving program.
Is that the streets and sidewalks? Yeah, if that's another committee.
Yes.
Might as well do that, and then we'll come back to
Gotcha.
community and economic development.
Okay. In addition, the second meeting incorporated the 2026 paving program, and the committee members of Phillips and Marshall met on February 9 to review the proposed 2026 paving program. The program includes several roadway sections which are listed in the itemized portion of the report. And it is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the 2026 paving program at a cost not to exceed $1.5 million. Again, this is respectfully submitted by Mr. Schilling, Mrs. Marshall, and myself as chair.
Any questions, comments? Okay. Back on schedule, Community and Economic Development, Mrs. Snee.
Were we going to have the Buildings and Utilities Committee report?
You did that first, didn't you?
I could.
No, there's another one.
No, Christie's building.
Okay. Okay, sorry,
You're
Chrissy.
good.
Yeah,
You're
Buildings,
good.
says,
Okay, on
Yeah, two of them.
February 9th, this committee met to review bidding for the rebuilding of the Parks and Screen number 1 at the wastewater treatment plant. This screen is one of 2 self-cleaning filter screens used to remove debris from the incoming wastewater. The current screen was installed in 1996, and rebuilding is needed to ensure its reliability. It is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for rebuilding of Parks and Screen 1 at the wastewater treatment plant at a cost not to exceed $220,000. Respectfully submitted by Mr. Phillips, Mrs. Snee, and myself as chair.
questions on that? I'm sorry, I misread the notes.
It's okay.
Moving on, Mrs. Snee, Community and
you.
Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. President. This committee met February 9th to consider the petition filed for a Type 2 expedited annexation from Concord Township of 0.667 acres located at 3110 West Fenner Road. It is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared to provide for the 3 legislative items required by state law related to the McAdams annexation. To meet the timeline of the state law for an expedited annexation, the committee supports emergency legislation. And this is respectfully submitted by Ms. Hickman, Mr. Twist, and myself as chair.
Comments, questions? Moving on, Recreations and Parks, Mr. Whidden.
Thank you, Mr. President. On February 9th, this committee met regarding accepting grants from the Troy Foundation and the UVMC Community Benefit Fund for the artificial turf costs, to fund the artificial turf cost of the project to replace playground equipment at Duke Park and to authorize bidding for the artificial turf project. It is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared, also authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to execute grant acceptance documents related to and related documents with the Troy Foundation and the UMAC Community Benefit Fund for the turf portion of the replacement of playground equipment at Duke Park. This committee also recommends that the legislation include authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the artificial turf project at a cost not to exceed $190,000. This committee supports legislation so that the documents can be executed without delay and the artificial turf ordered and scheduled for installation as soon as possible. This is respectfully submitted by Ms. Hickman, Mrs. Westfall, and myself, Jeffrey Whidden, as chair.
Questions on that portion? Continue, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This committee also met on February 9th to consider use agreements for the June 20th, August 1st concerts at Treasure Island Park, as those concerts will include the sale of alcoholic beverages at Treasure Island Park, and to further consider the temporary activation of an area of the door to include Treasure Island Park for the 2 concerts, as well as for a concert on July 4th. It is the recommendation of this committee that legislation be prepared authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to execute the Treasure Island Park non-ticketed use agreement for the June 20th and August 1st, 2026 concerts at the Treasure Island Park, and that legislation be prepared to authorize the temporary activation of an area of the door for the concerts on June 20th, July 4th, and August 1st of this year. Respectfully submitted by Ms. Hickman, Mrs. Westfall, and myself, Jeffrey Whidden, as chair.
Questions on those? Yeah. One more, right?
We do have one more. There is a slight change to this, well, not change in the wording here from the committee meeting, and I would just ask Mr. Tennington to give a brief summation of that change for the Recreation and Park regarding the Miami Shores Golf Course.
Sure. So in your committee, you'll see that we do note, Mrs. Knight did note that, and item number 2B says 2.5 million or $2,500,000 instead of the $2,100,000. That is because there was an increase that was indicated by the landscape engineers that are looking at the design part of the irrigation system, which is what they've been under contract since 2025. So when we came to you and we had the discussion with the stakeholders groups and the park and recreation boards, and ultimately came back to the council with their report, we were still using and under the understanding that the $2,100,000 was an adequate figure. We've since been notified after the committee, actually I believe the next day, we were informed that the cost based on the more detailed design that they've done since the discussions have been held we are going to be required to do some additional piping to get the connection from out on Staunton on 55, and then come in through the front way, and that will require some additional equipment, a larger pump house, more piping. It's going to be a lot more complex in that regard. Also, while I did not get an exact percentage, there has been a significant increase in the price of the materials that go into it, largely the piping, the valves, and the various mini pumps that you see around the course, to the point where the new estimate that's being recommended is the $2.5 million number, not the $2.1 million. That's the only change from the committee discussion and recommendation.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Titterington. All right. On February 9th, this committee met regarding future actions related to the Park and Recreation Master Plan. It is the recommendation of this committee that council accept this report by a motion and vote to provide staff direction on the following items and until such time as legislative action is needed. 1, that city staff proceed to issue requests for proposals, RFPs, for qualified consultants to provide proposals related to the detailed design and preparation for specifications based on the Troy Park renovation option 1A as outlined in the Park and Recreation Master Plan. 2, that reappropriation legislation be presented and approved for $3.05 million to include $500,000 to fund the project to replace the playground equipment at Community Park, including an ADA accessible artificial turf surface. B, $2.5 million for phase 1 of the irrigation system related improvements project at Miami Shores Golf Course to replace an irrigation system that has exceeded its useful life and is requiring significant repairs. And C, $50,000 to fund and design of phase 2 maintenance improvements at the Troy Aquatic Park, which will include improvements to the concessions area. This design will be through an amendment to the current design agreements with MSA Architects, the company which designed phase 1 of the maintenance improvements that are currently being finalized and authorized for bidding. The 5-year capital improvement plan that includes the commitment of up to $410,000 for funding of a restroom facility, lighting upgrades, and site furnishings at the Joe Reardon Skate Park as part of an ongoing private fundraising effort of Troy Skate Park Unite, TCSU. We note that this commitment should be predicated on TCSU signing a shared use agreement to establish clear city ownership, TCSU, the maintenance and operating responsibilities. This is respectfully submitted by Ms. Hickman, Mrs. Westfall, and myself, Jeffrey Whidden, as chair.
Before we take action, any other questions pertaining to this report?
I'm
Mr.
just
Snead.
clarifying, if I may, that this action includes the replacement of the playground equipment at Community Park. The grant is being accepted for playground equipment at Duke Park. Okay, just wanted to make sure I was following that. Thank you.
Any other questions? So what we're asking for now is recommendation and second.
To accept the report.
To accept the report.
Do I need to do mine right now?
I'll move
We're getting there.
I'll move that we accept that report.
Second.
Motion to accept, Mrs. Snee, second, Mr. Phillips, Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Westfall,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist.
Yes.
That motion is approved.
Thank you. And we have one committee report left, an oral report from personnel. Ms. Hickman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mayor Oda has requested council concurrence of the appointment of Amy Levan to the Human Relations Commission. I move that council concurs with the appointment of Amy Levan to the Human Relations Commission for a term commencing immediately and running through December 31st, 2028.
Second that.
Motion by Mrs. Hickman, second by Mr. Phillips. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal.
Yes.
That motion is approved.
Thank you. Before I screw up again, citizens' comments on any reports or agenda items. Seeing none, we will move on to our resolutions. Mrs. Knight, could you please read Resolution R8, 2026?
Resolution number R8, 2026. Resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio, to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the rebuilding of Parks and Screen Number 1 project at the wastewater treatment plant, cost not to exceed $220,000. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mr. Phillips, seconded by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert.
Yes. Move to adopt. Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Twist, second by Mr. Sievert. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Moving on. Mrs. Knight, would you please read Resolution R9, 2026, please?
Resolution number R9, 2026. Resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio, to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the 2026 paving program, cost not to exceed $1.5 million. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mr. Whidden, second by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee.
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Twist, second by Mrs. Snee. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marshall,
Yes.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Thank you. Mrs. Knight, would you please read Resolution R10, 2026?
Resolution number R10, 2026. Resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio, to enter into an agreement for professional services with Strand Associates, Inc. of Cincinnati, Ohio, for design services for the West Market Street Reconstruction Project, Phase 1 and Phase 2, cost not to exceed $300,000. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mr. Phillips, second by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Whidden,
Yes.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal,
Yes.
Mr. Sievert,
Yes.
Ms. Hickman,
Yes.
Mrs. Snee,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips,
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall.
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Twist, second by Mr. Whidden. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Schilling,
Yes.
Mr. Twist,
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Mrs. Knight, will you please read Resolution R11, 2026, please?
Resolution number R11, 2026. Resolution authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio to accept grants from the UVMC Community Benefit Fund and the Troy Foundation and to execute any related documents for an artificial turf project at the Paul G. Duke Park, authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the artificial turf project at the Paul G. Duke Park and declaring an emergency. The cost of the turf is not to exceed $190,000. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend the readings by Mrs. Westfall, seconded by Mrs. Snee. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mrs. Westfall, second by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Mrs. Knight, will you please read Resolution R12, 2026?
Resolution number R12, 2026. Resolution establishing municipal services for certain territory containing 0.667 acres, more or less, in Concord Township, proposed to be annexed to the City of Troy, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This is the property known as McAdams Annexation, located at 3110 West Fenner Road. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mrs. Snee, second by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Twist, second by Mr. Phillips. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Mrs. Knight, will you please read Resolution R13, 2026?
Resolution number R13, 2026, resolution establishing buffer requirements for certain territory containing 0.667 acres, more or less, in Concord Township, proposed to be annexed to the City of Troy, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This is a second piece of legislation associated with the McAdams annexation at 3110 West Fenner Road. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mr. Twist, second by Mrs. Snee. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whitten?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Move to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Whidden, second by Mr. Sievert. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Sievert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Our last resolution, Mrs. Knight, will you please read R 14, 2026, please?
Resolution consenting to the annexation of certain territory containing 0.667 acres, more or less, in Concord Township to the City of Troy, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This is the third piece of legislation associated with the McAdams annexation at 3110 West Finner Road. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend, Mr. Twist, second by Mr. Phillips. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion is adopted by Mr. Phillips, seconded by Mr. Twist. Mrs. Knight, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Thank you very much. Moving on to our ordinances. Mrs. Knight, could you please read ordinance 05, 2026?
Ordinance number 05, 2026. Ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety of the City of Troy, Ohio to execute a Treasure Island non-ticketed use agreement for 2026 events at Treasure Island Park. These are concerts that will be held on June 20th and August 1, have been recommended by the Board of Park Commissioners and the Troy Recreation Board. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend by Mrs. Westfall, seconded by Mr. Whidden. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mrs. Westfall, seconded by Mr. Whidden. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Twist?
No.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Ordinance is adopted.
Mrs. Knight, will you please read ordinance 06, 2026?
Ordinance number 06, 2026. Ordinance permitting use of certain real property in the designated outdoor refreshment area for use as a designated outdoor refreshment area for events on June 20, 26, July 4th, 2026, and August 1, 2026. This has been recommended by the Board of Park Commissioners and the Troy Recreation Board for concerts at Treasure Island Park. First reading.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Motion to suspend by Mrs. Westfall, seconded by Mrs. Snee. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mrs. Westfall, seconded by Mr. Siebert. Mrs. Knight, please call the roll.
Mr. Siebert?
Yes.
Ms. Hickman?
Yes.
Mrs. Snee?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
Mrs. Marshall?
Yes.
Mr. Whidden?
Yes.
Mr. Schilling?
Yes.
Mr. Twist?
No.
And Mrs. Westfall.
Yes.
Ordinance is adopted.
Thank you very much. Any announcements or communications this
No,
week?
sir.
Any comments? Mayor?
I don't believe I have anything, unless we want to take bets on how fast the snow will melt and be gone.
Odds are pretty good today. Maybe not by the end of the week.
Yeah, I have no comments.
All right. Director of Public and Service and Safety, Mr. Titterington.
Just to let you know that by the end of the week, one of the committee reports that you will have in your packet will be resolution of necessity and a very thorough answer to the 17 questions that were asked related to the downtown sidewalk program.
Thank you.
We did tell you that we would have it by the end of February, and that would be part of the next step, so the next step is coming up next week.
Thank you.
That takes
That's all I
us,
have, yeah.
takes us to the auditor, Mr. Friggy.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have nothing at this time.
Law Director, Mr. Kerber.
Mr. President, I also have nothing at this time.
All righty. Mr. Twist.
Infamously said by the previous, nothing at this time.
3 for 3. Mr. Phillips.
Just congratulations to our new firefighters. Important job, and I hope they don't have to cart me away in the ambulance one day.
Mrs. Hickman, or Miss Hickman, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We'll eventually get you married off and change names, and we'll have it all right. Bobby will have it right, I'll have it right, and everybody else will.
It's all right. I got a year and a half, and then I'll have a new last name too, so it'll really throw everybody off. Congratulations to our new firemen. I have lots of firemen in my family, so I think that is a very cool job, and obviously lots of prayers for their safety, and hopefully we never need them to do anything too dangerous. And then a reminder of a meeting for the 3rd Ward the last Saturday of the month at 9 a.m. at the 1833 event venue. And I think it's 22 Franklin, if I remember correctly. That is it.
Mr. Whidden.
Question for Mr. Titterton. I have been asked few things as much, probably other than the IOF building, about when we might know the name of the band and that can be released. Is there any timeline?
You got the contract signed yet?
So I can...
I am bothering the recreation director about every other day. I owe him a follow-up tomorrow. He is waiting for the promoter to get with the band to understand the parameters, and then we'd be able to announce, but not yet.
I did hear it's Britney Spears.
No.
Just kidding.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Taylor's
Yes,
coming.
that would be fantastic.
Since it's Kelsey's off season or what?
Yeah.
Well, one more thing. Do want to thank those members of the public who came out tonight and stayed through this whole meeting. And just as a reminder, when all of our resolutions ordinance done, if you don't hear, Mr. Rizal, our president, asked Ms. Knight for any communications and announcements. For anyone who does not want to come to council or who cannot, you can mail a statement or question to Mrs. Knight. She will read it in for you. So you don't even have to be here if you have any questions, but thank you for those who did come.
Mrs. Marshall.
Just congratulations to our new firefighters.
Mr. Schilling.
I have nothing at this time.
Mrs. Westphal.
Just reiterating the congratulations for the new firefighters. I also have firemen in my family, and I'm very proud of that job.
Mrs. Sneed.
Thank you. Just a reminder that on Saturday, March 7th, the at-large members will also have a meeting. It will be held in the Commissioners' Meeting Room at the courthouse at 9 a.m. on Saturday, March 7th.
And I'm sure they'll give you a tour of the jail after that meeting
They
if
are
you want.
totally offering
We will be glad to do that.
And there will be donuts, juice, and coffee. Yes, if that's an incentive, show up.
And it's not prison food. Mr. Siebert.
Likewise, as many of you know, my father was a fireman for a few decades, I think 3 decades, and so we appreciate their service. I've known Zach Kendall since he was probably 12 years old, so it was nice to see him finally fulfill his desire to become a fireman, and that's appreciative. Every council meeting that I've been to so far, unfortunately, we've had to talk about somebody, whether it was Mr. Bim, Mr. Baker, Mr. Hughes. Well, this person wasn't necessarily a resident of Troy. Our hearts do go out to the family of Ashley Flynn. That's just a tragic situation, and to our condolences to our citizens down south, and hopefully that will come to a resolution soon.
Thank you. I just want to repeat, I hope great to see the firefighters. Hope they have long careers in the city of Troy. Yes, ma'am.
I forgot to mention that we did promote one of our police officers today from a patrol officer to a sergeant, Josh Deal.
Okay.
We did that this afternoon.
Congratulations to Josh as well as our new firefighters, and hopefully the Almighty looks over them and protects them in their job and protects us and they're protecting us. Other than that, I'm glad the snow's gone. Hopefully you don't get any more. Other than that, we have citizens' comments. If would like to, anyone come up, give your name and address, and talk about whatever you would like.
Hi, my name is Cindy Westfall. I live at 110 Complex. I'm here to speak about the cemetery. My late husband, sorry to bring the party down, was a firefighter paramedic at Harrison Township. He was actually a lieutenant. Wow. He passed away with a line of duty death in July of 2020. I've been in conversations with Seth since the clearing of the cemetery last year. I've also spoken with Mr. Cliff and Mrs. Marshall about my request. It's about a flag holder, actually. The veterans flag holders remain on the grave sites 24/7, 365. I have placed on my husband's, next to his headstone, a Maltese cross flag holder, which Seth can't guarantee won't be removed in March when they do the gravesite clearing again. My understanding is that it needs to be a rule that it remains. And so that's my request, that first responders, flag holders, also be permitted to remain on their, next to their headstones on the grave sites, 24/7, 365. And I did bring a picture of his headstone and the flag holder if anybody is interested in seeing that. Again, it's just a simple Maltese cross with his fire department on it, and it holds an American flag. And if it gets a little tattered, and I don't replace it, he actually has firefighter brothers and sisters that will go in and replace this flag.
Mr. Chair, if I may ask you a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the size of what you're talking about here?
Would you like to see a picture?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the same size as the veterans.
If you probably could send this to Mrs. Knight, and that way she could disseminate it to all the other council folks.
I'll give you my email right after the meeting, if that's okay.
Any response you would like to make, Mr. Titterton, or anything, or you want to talk to Seth, or do we need to talk to Seth? Or?
Sure. So that's, those are part of the administrative rules and regulations, as I think you know. Just a couple of clarifications. I'll take it back to Charlotte. She is Seth's immediate supervisor, but I can tell you that the veterans holders, the veterans program is decades old. That is not our program. That is something that the Veterans Services Administration or agency or whatever it is, VSA, has done. They administer it. It's unique to the veterans. It always has been unique to the veterans. There is a mechanism that for, not only the flag holders, but anything else that people want to leave year-round without them being removed or cleaned up. As we all recall, it was about a year ago, I think, that we had the issue and we clarified that. So there are a couple of ways to do it that Seth may not have been explained. We will follow up, though, and talk that through as well. The concern with one-offs, we of course have the utmost respect for our first responders as well. I'm happy to supervise them, but doing their job that I know I would not be qualified, and I'm glad that they do it on our behalf. But once we change the rules for one group, then the next group comes and the next group, and it becomes very difficult to know when to say when. There's a reason that we do it. There's a reason why we set up the either the landscaped maintained area where it can stay, or the concrete padded area working with the staff. So, there are options that are there, and Seth can walk you through that. And Charlotte can give you a call if you want to leave your phone number with Mrs. Knight. But, I don't want to say yes or no, but it is an administrative thing, and we do have to be careful about it, which is why we have certain options that are available, and we'll see if we can accommodate that way.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and yes, group to group to group to group.
Do not
I
take my thunder.
hope Charlotte gets with you and gets it worked out, because I don't see it any differently than we don't touch the veterans ones, and the cemetery people know not to touch the veterans ones, apparently, through their program, and I don't think it's got anything to do with the veterans administrating that program, but I don't see this too much different than, first responders are in that group, and if it's not, if it meets the requirements of the veterans, work it out with Charlotte. If you're not happy, come back, we'll talk about it again. Mrs. Marshall.
Yes. So I did speak with you, and I'm not going to pretend like I know how to run the cemetery or how to maintain those grounds, but I am a military wife and mother, and a first responder wife and mother. So I know you're concerned about where you draw the line as far as, who's to be next, whether it's the mayor, whether it's us, pillars of the community. I do think there is a distinct line between our military and first responders and us, who, yes, we make decisions every day, and we have lots of people who are special in our community and contribute and have made it what it is today. But I don't think that if you would ask anybody in the military if they have any issues with expanding that to a first responder and having that same respect, I don't think you're going to find that they would have any issues with that. And, whether that means, the police officers, the sheriff's department, and the fire department, I don't see where there should be an issue. Do I think that, that we need flags on ours? Absolutely not. Do I think, no disrespect to you, Mayor, do I think you need a flag?
No.
No. We don't compare to them. I'm not running into a building. I'm not, chasing after somebody. I'm not going to a domestic violence call. It's just, there is a difference. There absolutely is a difference, 100%. And I hope that we see that and that it comes back to us and we can say, yes, that's okay.
Okay, so once again, it won't be a council action item. It's an administrative rules and regulations. I totally respect what you're saying. I get it. All I will say at this point is that, I'll let Charlotte and Seth kind of talk it through, because one of the other things is we have, Sue, how many graves do we have out there? You know that. Thousands of graves. So, one of the things that we have to figure out, and it may be simple, it may not be, is how do we know, how do we track, how do we keep track? Is there a way that we can, with our digital mapping, know that this flag is there for a first responder or a veteran? Right now, it's only veterans. It's the same holder that's on all of them. It's easily recognizable. they're the only ones that are not touched. So, mechanically, I guess, we just need to talk that through as well.
Can
I know it's not going to
But
be,
just like she's coming in, I mean, if you're showing a picture and you go talk to Seth and say, this is this, it's not.
okay,
some-
and then in a couple of years, then somebody misses it.
I understand what
because
you're
they
saying.
don't have the map. All I'm saying is.
Well, but
I'm not
that's our
saying-
fault if you don't keep the map.
I'm not,
Can I
Well,
just
it's-
ask who
it's-
provides the veterans?
the Veterans Services Administration does.
So is there a first responders association of some sort?
I don't believe so.
Do
Not all
we
of them.
question the veterans coming in and putting one up on
But
your grave or John's grave?
we know that the only ones that are there are the veterans ones because, again, they are one particular type of
I understand that.
holder.
Maybe it could be
But,
one.
That's it.
but do we know if I come in and get a veterans thing and put it on a non-veterans grave, do we question it? Do we check
Well,
if it's on
I
that
think it
grave
has
or
to
not?
come through the veterans.
We can sit here and go through what if after what if.
No, I'm just asking if we
Roselle.
do that.
No, you're not. You're picking on certain things. All I am saying is that we need to go back and we need to talk it through.
Okay.
It's never as simple as what you can come up with here. It's easy to pontificate about it. I'm just saying that there's more to it. I'm totally open to looking at it, but we're going to have to look at it.
That's fine.
Is the holder the same for a first responder? Like, or is there a firefighter? The one you have, would that be universal or is it?
Yeah, is that a
I would be
personal?
happy to go purchase the universal.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
That's what I think we need.
Very
I don't
universal.
know.
There may be,
I
don't know.
can't
It's
sit
just
here and
a
say
multi-
yes or no.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I was
The
asking.
picture, it's the Maltese cross, which is the firefighters that were there today were wearing Maltese crosses
Mhm.
on their uniforms. It's the
So,
symbol of firefighters. Can
I
I
get it.
speak?
Sure.
On what was said. So again, Seth and I have been, and actually I did just go to Mariota at one time. To maintain that perimeter around the headstone, it is, in my opinion, forgive me, it's kind of silly. I mean, weeds are gonna grow up through it. If I move, who's going to maintain it? The flag holder is meant to be in the ground, so it can't sit on the base of the headstone. Now, as it relates to me and my husband passed away from stage 4 pancreatic cancer that was caused by his job. He gave his life for his community, just like the veterans gave their lives for their country. I just feel like first responders deserve that same respect. And again, I think, if there is a standardization, I think the first responders family would be very happy to meet that standardization. My husband's grave is, his headstone screams firefighter because his Maltese cross and his badge number is on the headstone. I had it engraved on the headstone. My understanding is that there aren't that many first responders buried in that cemetery. I don't know if you guys were even aware of his funeral. It was huge. We had to have it at the fairgrounds. They had to come in and trim back trees to get fire trucks into the cemetery for his funeral. There were fire trucks parked over at the junior high for the firefighters and paramedics to come over and give their last respects to my husband. I understand there's procedure, which is why I'm here. I don't know who Charlotte is. I'm happy to speak with her. But, I think that there are rules, but there's also an ability to change rules and regulations. And, I think we have a greater understanding and a greater respect for first responders these days than maybe we had 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And I just want to add one more thing, and actually, Mrs. Marshall and I spoke about this. 75%, 70 to 75% of firefighter deaths are from cancer. So these men are putting their bunker gear on every day that has carcinogens in it. They are being exposed to cancer-causing PFOAs that stay in their system. They never leave. They do this every day because it's their job. And I just feel like my husband and any other first responders in that cemetery deserve the same respect as the veterans. And one more thing, I'm sorry. I'm an Army brat. I was born at Fort Eustis in Virginia. My dad served 21 years in the military. My dad had a Bronze Star. He had 2 Purple Hearts. He was a POW. I respect the military beyond belief. But I also respect first responders. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Leave your phone number so
We'll
you
get
can
right after
make
the
contact. Okay. Anyone else? If not, we are at the conclusion, and we will see you March 2nd. My dad did. March 2nd, 7 o'clock. We are adjourned.
Freaking.
Computer person.